And here we are for the last semi-final, or the second of two semifinals, so the last one by definition, as JDG and T1 meet up once again at the World Semifinals, and as Faker puts it best, in international competition, all roads lead to him. And to be the best, you've got to go through the best of all time. And I mean, okay, let's get this out of the way. I'm Box Kimchi. This is the kimchicast. Who cares about all that nonsense? We have two of the best teams in the world going head to head here. A matchup many thought were going to be in the final is moved back to the semifinals instead, as T1 drop a single game in the Swiss stage to Gen.G. But now they have surpassed Gen.G. They have made the semifinals, and they are the last hope for the LCK. And you already see Ashe high in prio after yesterday, especially because Guma and Keria have already played Varus and Ashe together. Ugh. And you're going to see Faker lock in that Orianna. And now 369 on to the Rumble. And they're so... I just want to get into the narratives a little bit. These two teams, as I mentioned, ran into each other last year as T1 launched themselves in a 4-game series to the finals instead of JDG, and they meet again to deny one of them their top 2 hopes. For T1, it would be their 6th ever finals. It would be Faker's 6th career final, and it would be a legendary performance. Or another feather in the very decorated cap of Faker. And you see Aatrox coming through for Zeus, the champion, winless yesterday. So an interesting pick, actually. Aatrox went 0 for 3, I believe. Or 0 and 3 yesterday. So, sucks. And then Akali just picked up into Faker again. Knight has been playing a lot of Akali into Orianna, and now the Vi locked in with the Akali. I'm not a massive fan of that mid-jungle duo, but it is what it is. But, oh my goodness. I mean, there's so much on the line here. T1 look to once again go back-to-back in Worlds Finals and close everything and get it done this year. I mean, Keria broke down last year after failing to win it. So, is this the year T1 slay the dragon? Ruler and Faker, I mean, they denied each other world championships 2016, 2017. Faker defeats Ruler in, I believe it was a 5-game series to claim his most recent world championship. Ruler destroys SKT in 2017, 3-0s them as they win their second world, well, Ruler's first, but Samsung's second world championship. So there's a lot on the line here. And 4 ADC bans from JDG alone. They do not want Guma to be comfortable in this series at all. They want him to find his picks, work to get his picks, and to get some advantage. And Xayah, with all these ADC bans, they know they could pick Xayah pretty comfortably and say, you're either picking Varus or you're getting Ezreal Zeri, and you're going to hope you can win this game. What is the answer for T1? Possibly their entire bot lane here, as they could move this rel to the jungle if they want, and it's going to be Jhin? Jhin Bard in this economy, in this meta? Wow. Jhin is in a terrible spot right now. So it's going to be really interesting to see what goes on with the Jhin, because it's just not a very strong pick. If you've been watching solo queue, Jin's been struggling. Just widely regarded as a pretty bad ADC right now, in the shadows of Caitlyn and Kalista and Xayah and Kai'Sa even Ezreal and Zeri are overshadowing the Jhin right now. And so it's gonna. I already see this as an uphill battle for T1, but as we saw from Weibo yesterday, some of these teams, they don't care about the meta. They play their own game. I mean, what we just saw Weibo win a game with Graves top, and what was it? Wasn't Ashvar. It might have been Ashvar's, but it was crazy. And it's just like we've seen them go the triple ADC comp in bot lane, or triple ADC comp, or double ADC comp with a Graves. So we know that this can work. And teams just, some of them need to be more comfortable beating their own drums. And T1 have been that team. I mean, Guma already one of the most adept ADC players in the world. Keria, the most flexible support player we have ever seen in League of Legends. So it is perfectly understandable to see them call their own numbers here in the semifinals. And your most important series of the year as of now. Oh boy. And this is going to be really difficult, actually. I do see this being very hard for T1 here. I don't know. I'm really, like... I'm just really... Oops, that didn't work. Okay, I have to do it here. Oops, hold on. I'm working on something. Hold on. Sorry, I'm working on something. There you go. Fixed it. So we have that one now. Sorry, I have a slightly downgraded version of this because the camera is actually... The T1 logo always throws off camera placement, so sorry. It's off center. It's a very difficult logo for me to make look large without also overtaking the middle. But we just see nothing special. Ruler using his own skin. Something Faker has never done, or well, has done once, but just doesn't do. But Faker also just doesn't use skins. What the? Okay. And, oh. This LC, I mean, this Korean crowd, they're really trying to get behind T1 here. It doesn't matter, like, what your allegiances are. You are here to cheer for the LCK, and that means sometimes you gotta cheer for your rivals. But now, crowd fanfare doesn't matter. As I've mentioned plenty of times throughout my casts and throughout my whole entire fandom of League, LPL fans travel insanely well, and now Owner has found 369 out of position. He's gonna have to flash here. He's gonna get hit by the mount up. There goes the shattering strike. Is he just going to accept his fate? He will. First blood for Zeus and T1. And this crowd erupts. And now T1 are in a have a fiery advantage, but Faker might be overstepping a little bit into Kanavi. But he knows he stops the counter jungle. What a... I mean, just wasting his time even. And now Owner's back. Carry is here, and T1 play that so well. And now they are getting advantages in multiple positions. And Keria, you menace, just ruining Kanavi's game here with the help of Faker. It's just impossible. This team plays so well. I mean, it's just insane. They are just playing so well right now. And 369 just doesn't want to burn his flash. I think he knows he doesn't have anything he can do here. I mean, I do think that 369 accepted his death there. He knew he wasn't going to be able to get out even with a flash. He's level 2. He doesn't have the shield. The audacious bravery shield. And this crowd, they are just cheering everything. Every positive trade for T1. They are going wild. They love this team. They love Faker and his squad right now. And Keria just continuing to play hyper aggressive into this Alistar because he can and will do that. It's just painful for JDG. They're just trying to keep whatever they can going. Knight just dropping these trades. Faker's already teleported, though, so he has a slight item. It's only boots. It's not that big of an advantage comparatively. But they're just building an advantage through lane. This Keria guy, man. It's too good. Oh, dumb. And he's going to get... Ooh. Crowd perking up. Thought that Zeus might have gotten both juggles there into the Q3, and that would have been massive to land onto 369. But 369 just pulled... I think Zeus pulled his punches a little, played a bit too far back, a bit too safe, and now he will live because of it, so... And they're just ruining Missing's day now. Keria just bullying. But Knight and Kanavi are down here. And Zeus gets the solo kill in the top lane. And just... out of nowhere, Zeus just solos 369. And this Aatrox is becoming a problem. What is going on? Okay, so what actually happens? He was low already. Gets hit with... Oh. Ooh, everything. Literally exactly what happened the first time. Gets hit with the chains. Q1 secures the pullback. Q2 puts him pretty much to death and then just runs in autos with that increased attack speed and World Ender. Oh, Keria going for an aggressive play, and there's a shockwave on to Faker, onto Knight to make sure no damage comes out, but Guma just gonna... looking for one more, actually. And now Owner trying to invade here. Oh, Guma. If he hits one of the earlier ones, he actually does get that. But now Guma, nice magical journey out. Just T1 are playing so well, almost up to 2,000 gold ahead through 8 minutes, and it's 2 kills. It's only 2 kills. Everything else is CS, purely CS. Look at that diff, almost 20 CS gap in the top lane, and then a 7 CS. So it's what, 2-3 camp lead in this jungle. Seeing a 12 CS diff in the bot lane. This is absolutely massive. It's just such a good laning phase for T1 here. And Owner's just going to back off. And now Kanavi's here. He's going to start it up. And now everyone rotating up. Faker's teleport invested. And now level 6 for Keria. Tempered Fate available if he wants to throw it in. Throws it in. Is going to catch 3. And there goes the Magnet Storm, but the Feather Storm comes out in response, and now Knight running forward. The Cease and Desist will find Zeus, but Zeus goes on a killing spree. He will fall to 369's Ignite, though, and now Guma has been unleashed. And missing goes down, double kill for the bot laner, and there's the magical journey over the wall. Faker secures the kill onto Knight, and T1 are winning. They lose the Herald. They win the fight. It is I believe, a 4-for-1 on the side of T1. This Tempered Fate wasn't even for the Herald. It was for everyone else in the pit, and Owner with an incredible Crashdown and Magnet Storm. And the Equalizer is only hitting 2. Owner will fall. It's, I believe, a 4-for-2 then. But 369 falls to the 4-shot. And then the curtains get opened. Missing can't get out in time. And then this is just incredible stun and a magical journey indeed for Carry as he helps find the final kill. And now T1 3,000 ahead. Is Zeus going to overstep here? There's no cease and desist available for Kanavi, though. There's no ultis. There's just not really a position unless Zeus oversteps and is found out by the Vi. And I think he's dead here. Kanavi secures the kill. There's no flash available for Zeus. He just oversteps a little too far without knowing if Kanavi's nearby, and he's going to pay the largest possible price for it. And Knight going to get himself 2 plates here. This should kill. Yep, should kill 2 platings. It kills 1.5. And that's not bad. Ruler going to save the Gromp, or steal the Gromp, whichever one you prefer. But now, angle is there. Kanavi is spotted out. Sorry, I gotta yawn. And they're going to go for the second dragon. Owner is here. Is T1 ready to fight? Guma's coming in. Guma has the curtain call. Carrier has the ultimate. And now Zeus coming in. They want to steal it. They're going to succeed. Are they going to find the fight afterwards? The curtains get open and they're free. Firing onto Kanavi. Guma goes on a killing spree. Tempered Fate forces the step back from missing. And now it's going to be the Unbreakable Will. But the Equalizer comes out to dissuade any further push. And the teleport from Knight to catch that top wave. But Owner might have stepped up a bit too far. He's finding 369 and missing. He's getting jungled. He's running. Is the damage there for 369? There goes the Magnet Storm. It will be a kill for 369 onto Owner. But can T1 turn it back? JDG running for their lives. Carrier's going to get the burn onto 369. Missing. Has nowhere to run. And Faker's going to secure the kill onto the support of JDG. And T1 on an overextension still find a way to win the fight. T1 are just winning all over. They are just finding wins everywhere. They steal the Drake. They only lose Owner in exchange for 3 kills. Guma is fed. Faker is fed. This is such a good position for T1 to be in against the supposed best team, the debatably best team in the world. And they think they can catch Owner, but Owner's just too tanky. The shield gives him the extra time to run. 369, it just doesn't have any damage at the moment. They thought. They get 2 for 1 on the chase, down 3 for 1 in total there. And Carrier gonna land the Tempered Fate. There's gonna be no stun coming through. Oh, the juggle misses, but I think they just got it. The Q3 from Zeus does a quarter of 369's health. Are you kidding me? He deletes 369's health bar. And now T1 pushing forward. Ruler caught out. The crash down not going to land. Where's the shattering strike? But he doesn't even need it. Ruler just has to play so safe. But now Missing's here to back up his ADC. And T1 will back off of the push. I need a... Oh, this is the best thing we got. Shoot. I gotta get more napkins in betweens. Whew. Very good start. And now the tower will fall in the top lane. First turret for Zeus. And almost 4,000 ahead now. And you look at this bot lane and this top lane, and that is where you want your leads. Carry it to, I guess. They're going to start the Herald. I think that was just 369 checking the Herald to make sure owner wasn't already on it. But they're just going to be able to start this pretty cleanly. Kanavi's in the bot lane right now, so no real threat for JDG to steal this unless, I don't know, 369 has the steal of a lifetime, and they just have to back up. Faker just starts walking back, and there's nothing JDG can do about it. And now, there's just nothing really going on. Herald just going to be good for sieging here. Breaking open these tier 1s to allow access to the map, or allow further access to the map for T1. And, oh my goodness. Kraken Slayer to Stormrazor already finished, but you can see Guma already going towards that Gale Force. So, it's going to continue. Or IE. Could be IE. No. I don't remember the exact build. It's BF Sword Cloak and Pickaxe or what? Some other AD item. Might be Pickaxe. And they're 1,100 ahead in bot lane. 1,600 ahead in top. 700 ahead in jungle. Carrier getting chased down by Kanavi. Just... not going to land anything, but he's just going to be able to tank most of it. Dashes away, and now here come the curtains. Oh, but the stun onto Kanavi. The chain now comes through with the Shattering Strike. Ignite out, and that's half of Kanavi's health. He's going to have to be very careful with what he does next. And now, pushing in this mid lane, 369 going to just try and start this up for his team. That's already mid-turret down. There's no curtains available for... oh, are they already back up? Dang. What is the cooldown? And it's going to be a slight reset from the Drake. And now Carrier pushing forward. Zeus looking for an angle. He's hidden. And now Ruler going on the magical journey. Already forced a Feather Storm away as Zeus will enter the World's Ender and drag Kanavi all the way under the turret. But Zeus will fall. Kanavi finds the kill. And now T1 have to turn and fight. Everyone running. He's trying to get through. Oner can't get out. Faker's going to find the kill, though, onto the teleport. But now, down goes Carrier. Missing a Knight into the backlines. Knight flashes the wall. He's looking for Gumayushi. The Shuriken Flip not going to land. Faker has a double kill. Faker's off. Coming around. He's looping. Is he going to find the angle here? JDG. 2 members left just trying to escape here. Missing. Going to get a good chunk of damage taken. Knight going to get rooted up. But is Faker and Guma going to be able to finish it? Oner secures the kill. Guma gets jumped up and he goes on a rampage and finishes Knight off. And T1 again winning just in general. 6,000 gold ahead. And the T1 chants are breaking out. And it starts with this. Forcing out everything from JDG. Equalizer, Featherstorm, Cease and Desist all onto Zeus. And now that's 3 massive ultimates already gone. And then just Faker comes in, finishes off Kanavi, and JDG push forward, but Faker's able to zone off Ruler. So a massive player in the fights of JDG is gone. And then Faker, with this wraparound, is able to cut off the escape of JDG. They can't walk just straight up. There are 2 turrets there. They would have been killed by them. And then just so much damage. Guma with that 4-shot Q doesn't need to worry about Knight executing him with another Q or a perfect execution. And so, absolutely big, absolutely huge for T1 is now they have 4 kills on all 3 of their carries. Yum. Owner doesn't know where 369 is just yet, but they know something's going on. It looks like JDG is just trying to catch somebody out. They're just looking for anything in this situation. And T1 just slowly but surely, that was pretty quickly. Getting control. Icaria jumping forward now. Not going to get the stun onto Missing, but there goes the root, and the Unbreakable Will is out. Here comes the curtains, though. A Shockwave secures the kill into Missing for Caria. And now T1 have opened the map up. They get the tier 2 down. They get the support of JDG, and that's their main tank gone. If T1 want to pull the trigger, they can. Zeus just going to take out this bot tier 1 instead. And going to keep this pushing. But now 369 or Knight is stuck. He's going to be able to escape. But now the Magnet Storm onto Kanavi. But he's going to jump on to Guma. But the Tempered Fate is perfect. But Guma's still going to die to 369. But now Zeus in the World Ender. He's shown up with the teleports. And JDG got to start running. Ruler going solo. Missing's back and trying to keep his team alive. Zeus has left the World Ender. Knight has been found by Caria, but he's going to be able to run away with the Twilight Shroud. And maybe T1 just getting a bit overexcited there. So Guma falls to 369, not somebody you want to see go down to anybody of that value. An incredible ulti by Caria. Look at Caria. He reads the Shuriken flip. But then a great Magnet Storm, but they see everyone jumping onto Guma. Caria throws out an incredible ulti to catch both members. But the root from Ruler keeps Guma stuck, and 369 can walk forward with those Electro Harpoons. And they're going to get the kill back, obviously. They're going to get the kill back onto Kanavi. But not finding anyone else really does suck. And now 7,000-ish behind JDG. Need to be JDG fighting. They need to find a way back into this game. They can. They found some fights, but Ruler just has not been able to secure any kills. 6 assists for the JDG bot laner. And now, vision control coming. They don't know. Owner's pushing forward, and they might have just found Missing, but Missing gets the recall in time. But Missing is caught out, forced to flash and Unbreakable Will away. So that is a massive fine for T1 already. The tankiest member of JDG is no longer able to do anything to get tankier. And now they're going to start the Baron. JDG are fully aware of this. But can they find an angle to fight T1? Bail. They're trying to find Kanavi. They saw him start pushing forward. But now it's Zeus going up And now Kanavi has been found. The equalizer goes out. The flash out from Kanavi. They're going to try and turn it back onto Zeus, but there's already so much healing coming through the Feather Storm, and now the curtains are open. Kanavi's going to fall, and a double kill for Zeus. Faker finds the kill onto Knight. It's a triple kill for Zeus. Missing. Gives over the double to Faker, and I think it is over. T1 have found the win in game 1. They control JDG's game, and now they will end it as Gumayushi, on the most unconventional ADC pick of the tournament, finds the win. They controlled the early game so well. Zeus was just unstoppable, and now T1 get rewarded with a game win, unless JDG brawl back. I don't see an angle where they do. Nope. T1 1-0 in the semifinals. And now T1 have... I mean, I was expecting this to be close. A lot of fans are expecting T1 to take this. I'm expecting this to go to 5. I really hope it goes 5 because I think it would be really fun for these two teams to go to 5 games again. But it's a lot. These two teams are probably the two favorites for the World Championships at the for the World Championship at the moment. Of course, they're meeting in the semifinals. But T1 play their game. They do not at all care what JDG does. They play the way they want to. They controlled the map. They got the early invade. They got the early first blood. And they just transitioned that to so much control. There was nothing 369 could have done. He was just sitting alone and sitting in top lane, sad and alone because he couldn't get any farm for so long. He was behind double digits almost the entire game. And so T1 showing the exact game they want to play, the exact gameplay that we've seen get them so far internationally before. Will they be able to keep it up, or will JDG turn the tables and even out this series in game 2? And we are back for game number 2. T1 up 1-0 in this semi-final already, and now JDG need to answer going over. I believe they've gone over to the blue side now, so it's got to be an answer here. There's not really much choice. JDG can't really afford to go down 2-0 no matter how good of a team you are. Any team with a 2-0 lead is a team that you need to worry about and is going to just put unbelievable amounts of pressure onto you. And so it's just best to try and get it out of the way now. Avoid going to match point for as long as you can for the time being. Get the job done. Or at least try to get the job done. Try. And I think... I mean, it's really hard to know what JDG need to do. They tried so hard to put T1 in the dirt. They put Guma... They took Guma, like, everything away from Guma. They took away Kalista, took away Zaya, they took away the Ashe, like, took away the Senna. What else do you want? They took away the Caitlyn. They took away 5 ADCs through pick and ban. And Guma still got an ADC he was capable of playing. Because he can play, like, all of them. My goodness. And now Knight. Ooh, they're going to ban away the Akali here. Don't want Faker to get his hands on it, it seems. And T1, I mean, just showed their superior team play there. Their team play and resiliency is really what got them through that to get the win. So, going to take over this Orianna. They took away the Akali. They don't want that matchup to even be on the table for the unkillable Demon King. Caitlyn Ashe, it's over. It is crazy. And this is the stress that T1 has to put on teams with the bot lane flexibility. Faker is restricted by the meta. Guma and Carry are not because they are two of the best in the world at what they do. And it is insane the things they are willing to pull. To. Why can't I. Word. And now Callista for Ruler. I mean, as Munchables has put it here, very politely, or has very plainly put it, there's a reason Ruler, while in LCK, barely ever got Callista. And even in LPL, barely gets Callista. Because he is way too good at that champion for anyone to be comfortable giving it over to him and facing it down. But now T1 don't have a choice. They have to ban away the 3 power picks that they don't want to see. Faker, Orianna, Faker, Azir, Knight, Orianna. I've seen this song and dance before. And I've seen this dance of Orianna, Azir all tournament. Over and over. And Nautilus taken away. I think they need to get rid of the Renata here. It is the best pairing for Callista in this meta right now, unless you want to give over the... Unless you're worried about Alistar. And Missing is very, very versed in Alistar, but I don't think it's that worrying. Guma... Or not Guma. Why? I meant to say Gwen. Zeus banned off of the Gwen for reasons. I don't know why. And it could be a Cassante signal. It's usually how it goes. It's usually a sign of Cassante. Blitzcrank taken away from Missing. A very strong pick into Ashe lanes and Caitlyn lanes is a Blitzcrank because you can have all the range you want. One hook to the face is going to get rid of that range advantage entirely and even out the playing field for quite a while. Rel taken away from Owner. So, don't want a very good tanky engage jungle, it seems, here for T1. But they have Maokai. They have the Sedge available. It's going to be really difficult to ban away all those. So... just trying to get rid of the best of the options, it seems, in the Rel. And it is the Cassante angle, it seems, for JDG, telegraphing it pretty hard, but it doesn't really matter because you got rid of the Gwen. And now it's up to you. I mean, it's up to T1. Do they want to go with the Gnar? Do they want to go with the Aatrox, the Jax, the Renekton, and Senna Callista? And we're going to keep seeing these... I mean... because we're seeing 3 supports who are willing to play very off-meta if they need to. If they need to throw down in a double AD lane, they are fine with doing it. And Zeus, is it going to just be the Aatrox, the first Aatrox win since quarterfinals? I mean, Zeus did pick up the first Aatrox win since the quarters, so it is very valid to see him go back to it. Into the Cassante, he honestly should be fine for the most part. And now it's, I mean, it's just down to execution here. Because both of these teams have good angles for team fights. I can see some very good angles for these team fights already coming through. And now it's just who's going to get the better team fights. Who's going to coordinate the best out of any of the teams. Because it's just team fighting. And it's really hard to out-team fight the LPL, but T1 have done it 4 times in a row now, so they're going to keep having to do it. It's been 4 times in a row that they've out-team fought the LPL and just outplayed the LPL in its entirety. So I do believe T1 can get this, but JDG, I also believe, are not willing to go down very quietly because they have bigger aspirations than just a world championship. They want to, I mean, this would be very ironic, but they want to do what T1 was unable to do back in 2016. They want to be able to do something even Faker hasn't done in his illustrious 10-year career. Finish the Grand Slam. Even though T1, back then, SKT, got their Grand Slam a bit before that. Zeus is just beating up 369. 369 doesn't care. And now, I mean, oh, that would be fun. If JDG do win this, it would be the battle of the super teams in the finals. And Knight they jumped off too far. Keria starts it off. But now Knight and Ruler. Ruler has so much damage here. The heal already coming out from missing. And 369 is down here too. It's a party. Are they going to be able to get it? Missing. Going already so low. Owner, level 2 now. Kanavi jumps forward. There's the twisted advance. It's going to be first blood for the Maokai. And then they're going to trade it back with Ruler. But there's the kill for Guma, Yushi, and T1. Find the early fight victories. The level 1 Raptors fight. Very well known, I promise. And both teams, go all out for these Raptors. And it's going to be T1 getting the advantage. It was so close to turning awry for T1. I mean, you see the health bar on Keria. But Kanavi's going to hit Owner. Hits Owner after he goes a bit low, but they can't jump onto Owner just yet. And missing. Executed with that. Piltover Peacemaker. That's the name of it. The Piltover Peacemaker. Look, it's the name of the ability. And T1 have full advantages in so many places. And there's the traps going down, going to do the Caitlyn special, and and 369 goes to do what everyone does into Aatrox. Oh. But Zeus gets Aatrox on, is stuck under the turret, clearing it. Painful for him. That's tough. And now Owner is going to be able to take away this red, and is going to be spotted on the zombie ward. Smite goes over to Kanavi. Is going to at least get something back and finish his red buff. And Zeus is, just under his turret. And now Owner going to find Ruler. Ruler going to be able to jump around the trap there. And the cleanse is out. They're going to keep chasing, though. Burning. And Keria flashes forward, secures the kill. Is Missing going to be able to trade it back? He's so low. But now, here comes Kanavi. One for the jungle. And is he going to be able to get another double kill for Kanavi? Guma is not going to be able to find any extra. Kanavi forced to flash there, but JDG answer back with a monstrous double kill for the jungler. And now JDG is back in this game. Boom. Boom. Juge. And just the flash. And then Missing. Just able to survive. And then... And then flashes for it, and it's over. Missing actually flashed back, making sure not to get headshot by Guma. And now Kanavi's staring down Zeus here. 369's on the way. And Zeus just gonna bail on this. Owner. Unaware. Just patience. Oh, it's just off screen. Hello. And now Ruler spots out Owner. And Ruler gonna be able to mostly get out perfectly fine. And they will lose the control ward. And now Owner. Kanavi is going to be able to get his Raptors back. So he is back in control of the jungle now. Good to hear. JDG. I mean, this is just an all-out team fight. T1 started this game as a team fight, and they're keeping it up. And now Kanavi running away. Missing going to block off the volley. And Guma going to take a good chunk of damage there from Ruler and Missing. Woo! That was just satisfying. That ulti's gonna land. And 369 doesn't really have the mana to pull the trigger there. Knight should be spotted out on these honey fruits. And now it's patience. I'm just like listening. There's nothing going on right now. I don't want to steal their talking points, that's why. And Missing just here to cause some extra havoc for Mr. Faker. Kanavi onto the Rift Herald unspotted. And it's going to be Drake for T1. He's going to trade it. Trying to clear my throat. It's annoying me. Kanavi up here. And now the all-out onto Zeus. And there goes the World Ender. 369 going to be able to just back away. Are they looking for this? Narrowly gets away with it. Owner just going to steal away some of these camps. He's spotted out, but... And Kanavi coming down to his bot lane here. Knows that Owner's nearby. Or was nearby originally. Oh! A bit early on the pull, but thankfully nothing comes through. I hit the piss out of my mic there. I'm sorry. Now, what is the angle for either side? As both are just going to be content. And there's the arrow landing. Keria stopping recalls. Is Guma going to try and cancel this? No. It will just be a singular cancel. They know where Kanavi is. And they're going to ping off of it. They're going to get this crash. Owner's up. Common Faker's here. Herald's going to be summoned mid, though, with Fake, or not with Faker, with Knight. And now, Faker gonna run, flash out. And now T1 in control for the time being with that flash down is going to be really big, actually. Though it is on Kanavi, who's very mobile, so it's not the greatest. And now Knight knows he can get really aggressive here because Faker has no ultimate available. And now everyone's going to rotate over. Kanavi jumps away, actually. And now here comes Zeus on the back line. And Ruler trying to run away. Nice dancing around everything. But Kanavi still just caught out. Ruler is just dancing around, though. It's going to be a trade of the jungles, but a shutdown for Keria and just a kill for Knight. And 369 is just going to take a top plating. And so, JDG, not the worst. And Zeus unspotted, and he's not going to contest 369 here. Just going to turn around and walk away. Good for them. And great play there by Ruler, actually. And you just see Owner shockwave to his death, and Keria finishes the job. Why do I have so many, like, slight scratches on me? I don't know. Now, Luden's out for both mid laners. Stormrays are already finished for Guma, and that's a really big deal. And there's... Okay. So they are just about even in first item. Ruler just now finishing up his Bork. And your lead is on support, and that's not great. And T1 going to give over this top lane to 369 just to get the second Drake. So that's going to be really good for Drake stacking. But that's a lot of money onto 369 that you probably don't want to give over. But still. Not the end of the world. JG actually going to try and push out this bot lane here. Are they going to try and dive Faker? Owner has shown up. And now, Shockwave not going to catch anybody. The flash out of Faker. Is he going to be able to run away? The Emperor's Divide will let him escape. And 369 shows up too late. And JDG don't get much of anything out of that. Flash out. And that is a lot of damage onto the turret as well. I believe that turret's actually going to fall. 369 should be cleaning it up. Missing, just going to tank up that. Ace in the hole. Zeus gonna go solo this Rift Herald for the time being until Owner shows up to help him out. And there it is. 2 whole turrets over to JDG. Both of them onto 369, who's going to be very scary, very tanky. And is 369 going to try and catch Faker out? He doesn't know. Faker is aware of something. That zombie ward, I do believe, caught out Kanavi. So they knew that Kanavi was coming over. They didn't know 369 was there, but they knew Kanavi was coming over, so they were suspicious of something. Whoa, the Enchanted Crystal Arrow just sails by both. And there is going to be a Rift Herald dropped for T1, but 369 is walking. But that's not even going to be the turret down. And now Kanavi, ace in the hole, will land. And so they will lose a lot of value there on Kanavi. And now pushing into the enemy jungle is the name of the game for T1. They want to finish off this mid-tier 1, which they should be able to do. Faker and Guma, easiest siege in the world. Zeus trying to cancel a recall, I believe, of Kanavi there. And now, Enchanted Crystal Arrow misses again. And now Kanavi will actually miss the Vault Breaker with the dodge from Owner. The Twisted Advance very well timed. That looks so weird because it's not showing all the camouflage. Anyways. And missing. Onto 63 stacks, so not a ton. $35 seconds on the Drake. JDG looking to get push in bot and mid here. I mean, possibly even in... Hold on. Possibly even in this top lane to drag some pressure away, possibly. But it's already going to be a starter rotation for 369. Has teleport available. But with that Sundisk, they're going to be able to deny a lot of push. 369 still walking down. And Kanavi, it's going to land onto Kanavi only. But now there goes Owner jumping in to save everybody. And now the teleport coming through. Zeus gets caught. And now 369 is going to run forward, turns around and leaves actually. And they get the fight. That's all they wanted. They wanted to get the kills. They found Owner overextended. They get the teleport in from 369. And everything goes great for JDG. And now, teleport from Knight, 369. I keep calling it 369. Sometimes I can mask it, sometimes I can't. JDG are going to get the dragon, or should be. Faker's here now. Has the divide available if he wants. He's going to just jump away. 369 on vision unknowingly, but is just such a threat because of that. And now JDG are gaining an advantage that they are at least stalling the Drake, stacking, and getting advantage here. They think they have it. Go for it. Owner jumps in. But there's nobody. There's no damage coming through from T1 in that position. There's just way too much coming through from JDG. Now on to 70 stacks. So not a ton. 2 minutes, 6 stacks is eh. And now 2 items for both of these ADCs is going to be a massive, massive deal. Already 2 items on the Vi. Navi has been a nightmare to play with, to play against for T1. And so, introducing the pain to T1 is this Vi. Just being able to do so much. Tanks the CC for them. Engages for JDG. It just is a lot of inherent tankiness, a good amount of damage, and very good engage that it's just a pain in the neck for T1 to work around. And you're going to actually see a very important thing. Zeus is coming up on level 16 in not very soon, actually. Not very, very soon, but should be coming through on it soon enough. Before anyone else should, at least. Or anyone else will, at minimum. Oh, boy. JDG just trying to control this river right now. Just wants to start getting vision control. Can probably force out the Baron. And there's Kanavi just full tanking with the help of Knight. Great job. And there goes the Nature's Grasp. Kanavi caught out Carrier. Already so low. Forced to flash away. And here comes 369 on the teleport. And Guma's already gone. The Sun Disk may be coming down, but I don't think it's going to save much of anybody. There's the juggle. And there goes the all-out Kanavi. Will fall. But there is a kill onto Oder for Ruler. And now everything is going wrong for T1. Zeus goes into the World Ender. Nothing happens. Faker just can't go in at all here. They lose Guma, and that is pretty much their fight. And now the teleport coming in from Knight and JDG are going to start the Baron here. Carrier, you're so low health. You got to be very careful here. Zeus, maybe. This is their angle. Faker has the Emperor's Divide. T1 have a penchant for stealing these. They won't steal this one, though. But can they get the fight? 369, Ruler already so low, and Carrier gets executed. Faker trying to chase down Ruler. It's not gonna matter. Missing with a double kill, and JDG get the Baron. They get the fight. Whoa. There goes the ace in the hole, and Missing has to wait a bit longer to heal up. And this is so huge because that shockwave just forces T1 to have to start backing up. And then that allows the cease and desist on to Gumayushi. They just have to start running. And Zeus takes so much damage. What is that? Oh, Sun Disk chasing. 369. And they just lose Kanavi. But look at how just this execute Ruler gets. 900 damage from the Rend. And then pain for T1. You can see that. You see it in Faker's face. Oh, do we find it? Oh, and then just return to nothing. It's so, that's funny. And they're gonna even out the Drakes here at 2. And now up 7,000 gold. JDG are looking to get some turrets. And that's already a tier 2 falling in the bot lane. With 369 pushing, we will be seeing this tier 2 in mid very soon. And there's Kanavi on top of it. We should be seeing this turret fall, and there it goes. Zeus tried to get the second turret. Will not be able to trade the second turret on or for T1. Ruler also going to be able to take the blue buff away from Zeus here, who's trying to steal it. Kanavi looking for someone, the only not Baroned up member, so he would have to dedicate a recall, a very long recall timer. And the Baron is gone. So pretty effective Baron push. They didn't extend their lead, but they got 2 turrets, so it does kind of even out. They will at least trade this bot tier 1 back. Faker is going to have to teleport, or to have the back. 369 already has teleport available if he wants to help answer. And now 103 souls, and now we are talking we are talking JDG, or missing. Why can't I remember missing? God damn it. But now we are talking about souls. It's 369, able to not really care about anything T1 want to try and throw at him, for the most part, is very tanky. And now 3 items for both ADCs. Already coming up on this death cap for Knight. Faker still just finished up his second item. Now. And missing, just walking up into so many members of T1 to get vision. It's just under a minute on Baron. JDG want to start looking to finish the job here. Get the Baron, secure the knockout punch on T1 in this game too. And then that's really it. It's secure this finish to game 2 and look to continue this to carry this momentum into the rest of the series. And now the Void Staff finished for Faker, death cap for Knight. So 2 different goals. Faker has to tear through this Cassante, while Knight doesn't really care about the slight MR that Maokai has. Ugh, my nose. It's annoying. But everything is available for both these teams. A second item available for missing, though, has the Eclipse finished. Meanwhile, Carrier just finishing up that Executioner's Calling. It's not going to land. The Enchanted Crystal Arrow will not land. I'm sorry. It probably sounds disgusting on the mics, but... Kanavi flashing forward, catches out Faker, and missing, executes him with the Dawning Shadow. And now Kanavi will drop into the Guardian Angel. The Resurrect, he's instantly rooted. Zeus will secure the kill. And Knight gonna take a chunk of damage. The Sun Disc has gone down. Owner on to Knight. Will be a kill for Gubayushi, but now 369's unleashed. He doesn't yield. It's 2 for 369 and a pair for missing. And I think JDG have done it. They got eyes on the base. They have eyes for only T1's Nexus, and JDG answer back, I believe. They should. They can't end. There's too many timers, actually. Too many timers for T1. They had eyes on the Nexus, but the Nexus didn't have eyes for them. JDG will just go for the Baron here. Instead, they can rush it pretty hard with Kalista. And yeah. And they want the Drake in response. Kanavi shows mid. Knight. And they're just going to teleport top. They say, nope, no dragon for you. We're getting this soul point. And you have to answer a Baron push. And 369 is going to tank it. Just knows that Knight can get some extra damage in there. And so he tanks all the CC. And now the second of 3 Nexus turrets or base turrets will fall. Missing half his health now. He wants to heal up though. 300 healing. And 369 using the footwork there to secure his support doesn't drop, to ensure his support doesn't drop dead. And now they just walk through the Sun Disc. Kanavi caught out now with that Enchanted Crystal Arrow, but it's not going to do much of anything. JDG got an another inhibitor down. They're just going to leave. Are they going to just go push bot lane? Kanavi can go get the Drake solo. It just looks at Carrion and he doesn't care. Okay, he cares about Faker. .369 just stares at Carrion and eats his auto attacks. And they have so much to play for here. 128 stacks, so not a ton in the past, like 4 minutes. Compared to the push for 100, my goodness. Kanavi going to be able to escape, but Ruler just is walking over to the side here. And that turret is only one Baron and Knight. Or one Baron and Cannon and Knight. Phasing it down, and T1 have 4 members of JDG sitting inside their base. They're going to have to just play it safe. Only 25 more seconds on this Baron push, though. So, JDG going to try and get this last turret if they can. And there it is. The last 3rd tier turret. Tier 3. I can never say these quickly. You know that? The last tier 3 turret. And everyone's going to dodge that Enchanted Crystal Arrow. And missing takes a ton of damage there from the ace in the hole. JDG keep the push going. They have all 3 inhibs down. They have so many minions that are going to be pouring into this base. Desynced, but still pouring into the base. And they're going to be able to jump away. And now the Nature's Grasp will try to catch out one at least. But 369 just makes a hole for the rest of the team to walk through. And now JDG in full control. Leave. They're just good to reset, buy their last bits of items. Goddamn. And just start getting ready to keep these waves pushing, steal away whatever they can, and then either wait for Baron or try to find a fight and just end this game and put T1 out of their misery in this one. As we now have an hourglass available for the Orianna. There's now a Randuin's Omen on the Cassante, so Keria isn't going to hit any harder. And it's mostly for Guma, who's just going to be hitting so much. It's going to be a lot of soft hits. And the Mortal Reminder is finished for missing, so that's actually going to be really useful. Really good for JDG. Into this Aatrox, into Owner, into Aatrox, into Maokai. Kanavi just walking away from Keria eventually. It's only going to land on a 369, but Zeus is in the back line now. He has the Guardian Angel available. Knight forced to go golden. Owner's already half health, though, and now 369 chasing down Kanavi. Cease and desist. Zeus goes golden. Or goes into death, goes all out for 369, though, and it's going to be a double kill now for the Cassante. It's going to be a double kill for Ruler. It's going to be a triple kill for 369. It's going to be an ace for JDG, and they will destroy T1 in Game 2 to even up this series, and it is now a best of 3. We got ourselves a series, and it will be first to 2. More wins, I guess, is the way we phrase it. But now it's a lot of work for T1. They were just thoroughly outclassed in that game. JDG just flexing their muscles. They just really did not care. They drafted exactly how they wanted to, played their team fights immaculately after T1 got a slight advantage, but they kept it even. They pretty much kept it even throughout the entire game. And despite the level 1 Clown Fiesta where T1 got their lead, Kanavi is the hero and keeps them in the game, and eventually that converts into a Game 2 win. So which of these two teams will go into Game 3 and put themselves one blown up Nexus away from the grand finals and a date with Weibo Gaming in 6 days? Hello and welcome back to the kimchicast for Knockouts Semifinal B. JDG T1 Game 3. We are tied at 1 as we jump straight into the draft, and JDG destroy in game number 2, and now it is first to 2. Whoever wins 2 first is going to the grand finals. They're going to stare down Weibo Gaming and the Shy in the final 3 or 5 or 4 games of the season. And Guma going to take this Kalista away. It was already high priority, but now getting it away from Ruler is the name of the game. If you're wondering, Ruler entering today 40-14, now 41-14 on Kalista in his career. An unreal 75% win percentage, and we're gonna see the Varus from Ruler, it seems. And we've seen Varus Ashe. They were 2-1 yesterday, as Varus and Ashe picked up their first loss of the tournament. But they did go 2-1 in Weibo versus Billy Gaming. And it seems JDG are going to follow in their LPL brethren steps and take the Varus Ashe for themselves to try and go up 2-1 in this series. Sorry, I was like, what? Are they panicking or something? Ah, my face. And this Rel can go to either position still. Very good pick from T1. Pairs insanely well with the Kalista in bot lane, and if they want to put it with something like a Renata instead, they can move that into jungle and have great pressure. T1 doesn't lose to LPL. Good sign. T1 are still yet to lose in knockouts to any region that is not the LCK at the World Championships. And Europe, actually. They haven't lost to LPL. I lied. They have lost to Europe once. One time. Every other time it's been LCK, though. And there is the Wukong. Very strong. Kanavi loves Wukong. He's been picking it. It's been banned against him several times. And he is kind of the Wukong guy, unless you're Levi, who is also the Wukong guy. And Pyke, taken away. They do not want to face down Carrier's Pyke. Carrier just the absolute most flexible, most versatile support we have seen in League of Legends history, if you ask me. There is not a single champion he has looked at that he hasn't wanted to put in the support role. He wanted to play ADC for a while, so he started picking Varus and Ashe. He started picking Ashe. He started picking Kalista and solo queue. He started picking Caitlyn. Oh my goodness, this guy. And Bard, taken away. Destroyed on game 1, Bard for Carrier. It was just the playmaker. Whoops. Sorry. The issue is, while these are very Carrier bans, they have done one thing horribly wrong. They have left Renata up for the support with Kalista, if that is where T1 want to go with it, and that is just so strong. We saw it yesterday. I believe it was, whew. What, are we going Gam again? Are we Gam up? And Talia, 4-Knight into Faker's Azir is an interesting pick, personally. It was Elk. That was the other one. Whoops. Before that, it was... Before that... What the heck? Okay, it is Renata. I was going to say, what? Zoe support would have been something. Hold on. I'm going to find it. No. It was light. It was light. Okay. Light and crisp. Game 5. Destroyed with this Renata Kalista. And it's going to be the big brown croc. 4-3-6-9 in this top lane into Zeus' Aatrox. He's 1-1 on the champion already. Aatrox 1-4 in the past 2 days now. 1-4 in the past 5 games, all 5 of which have been semifinals. And Zeus is going to need to find an absolute miracle. Just, I mean, this champ has been thoroughly crushed recently. So, it'll be, oops. It'll be interesting. I love this bot lane pick. I mean, I guess keep giving it to Zeus. I don't think it was that great last game. Owner on this rel. I mean, he got it, and it was the game. He just kept making game-winning plays all throughout game 1. Game-changing plays. And so, going back to the rel is a great pick. Go back to what's been working. It is just... it is the best option available for Owner in this meta. In this, just how he's been playing on this rel. I just got to keep giving it to him. I think, yeah. T1 would be silly to not keep giving it to him. And JDG kind of might be looking pretty tough to keep handing it over to him like this. And now they're just playing hyper-aggressive positioning just like T1. They want to get back at them for this level 1 invade. And this crowd is crazy for T1. It's always great to see the host region have one last team, because the entire crowd, no matter what their allegiances are, there are plenty of Gen.G fans here, of D+ fans here, and dang it, no, I have to give respect to the last Korean team. A ton of KT fans here too, and no matter what, they cheer for T1 in this situation because they are the last Korean team here, and they do not care. They want a Korean team in the finals, and T1 is the last hope, and they are cheering their hearts out. Ruler shows. So it's going to be on T1 to answer this play. Top lanes don't care. And Missing is just going to walk forwards here. And Kanavi doesn't have Smite here, so has to be very safe. Oh, Kanavi steals away 4 little birds. And heals out from both sides. Both bot lanes healless now. Oh, my wrist hurts. Oh, Outback? I feel it for some Outback. And now Kanavi looking for a dive. There's no heal available for T1 here. They have the wave. There's no level 2. They need it as badly as ever. But Guma's going to fall. It's first blood for Kanavi. Ruler's health bar ticking down. Missing. Will be traded over to Keria. Keria double kill for the support of T1. And he fights back to try and even this up. And Keria is insane. It is 2 kills over to the support, so it's not the end of the world, but Keria, the legend, the best support in the world. And this CS diff is so huge because of the kill there. All the farm has to go to Keria alone. Oh, no. T1 just have to answer this. They need to fix this wave state because JDG are just going to keep holding this wave if T1 do not answer them and force them to not. Kanavi going to bail. Owner unspotted, though. I don't see an angle where T1 go for this. And they've fixed the wave state. It tries to cleanse it. It was great. But that flash just a little late from Missing. That's cursed. That's cursed. Cursed sentence. Sentences I never want to hear again. The handshake was too firm for Renata. That's just nope. And 369 getting ahead in wave here. I mean, Ruler, very ahead. Just Carrier is so worried, and Guma is so behind. And T1 will once again get the first Drake, so that's good for them. It is a singular Chemtech. They are finally getting rid of it. And now Kanavi invading. And that is Kobe stealing my points. I already mentioned Levi and Kanavi being the Wukong aficionados, the connoisseurs of this season, of League of Legends. I mean, Levi and Kanavi have been playing Wukong for years, even when he has not been the best champion on rotation. But he's very much a champ you keep picking, because he's very good. He has very strong points. It's just in a meta of... I'm going to turn that up a little bit. In a meta that is so favored to tanky, fast-clearing jungles, Wukong doesn't really fit into the exact mold. He's more of a team fighter. So it is kind of just... He's going in. But 369 jumping in, slicing, and dicing, and just building up so much fury against Zeus here. And again, Pain. And 369, Dominus out onto Zeus, and now the World Ender out from the Aatrox, and flash out of 369. And Pain for 369 there. Thought he was the one getting the advantage, and ended up being the one who's getting advantaged on. And now Ruler just jumping onto Gumayushi, but Guma's gonna flash. He's gonna flash the arrow, but now Faker forced to flash away, but Kanavi with the follow-up, and here comes the Cyclone. 369 going low. Kanavi, the second stack carry, is gonna secure the kill as he goes on a freaking killing spree. Yeah, him. Now Kanavi, who is the Herald? It's going to be T1. Owner is going to fall to missing. Knight flashes over the wall. Carrier is going to try and keep this going. Missing has no flash, though. And Zeus, the wall will knock him away, and Missing will secure the kills. But Knight's going to secure the Herald. Well, Carrier's going to secure the Herald. Whoops. And now, it's T1 just battle it out and are just slightly behind here. But they have the Herald, they have the Drake, and now they can start looking around to get some advantages. Carrier. What the heck, man? He keeps going. You see this fight start. Faker gets caught out massive, but they just don't have the damage to finish the job. Kanavi has to flash in and do it for them. Doesn't hit Owner to stop him from flashing forwards. Boom! Renata finishes the job. An incredible arrow from Missing to knock down Owner. But they don't get the Herald. You wanna know who does? Garia. Legend. What a legend, this guy. This freaking guy. This carrier dude's going crazy. Oh, and Zeus is getting dove under his tier 1 turret, and he will fall. I wasn't even looking. I was being distracted by the what the heck am I looking at? And JDG 369 getting a lot of platings here, a lot of value. And it's going to be Dragon started by T1. They might just have the advantage here to finish this early. They will get the advantage in Drake stacking. But that's 3 plates given up to 369 in exchange for a Dragon. .369 will drop a single plate, at least. But still, they have the Herald, so they can at least trade back 1 or 2 platings if they need to. Carrier up here, maybe trying to answer the platings on to Zeus. And now Owner coming in. Dominus in a moment. Teleport coming out, but TP out from the mid lane now. Both mid laners are here. That stun going to land is so huge. Zeus goes into bailout. Needs to kill Kanavi here. Will not succeed. Carrier not going to be able to secure the kill. It's a 1-for-1 under the turret. But now again, Guma left alone. So has to surrender. So much pressure in the bot lane. And it's only going to be onto Carrier. That money's only going on to Carrier, and that early CS deficit hasn't disappeared yet. Ruler is so far ahead on Guma. And now this arrow secures, keeps Zeus under the turret and is what eventually leads to securing this kill. He's just stuck. And so, Kanavi survives here. There's not much T1 can do to finish that kill off if they wanted to. And now Kanavi jumping forward. He might have gone a bit too far. Guma gonna go low. Flash out of Kanavi. It's a bailout and a Fate's Call away, though. And this is actually a weird situation because they need to keep Carrier alive for more than just having your support alive reasons. And they're going to steal over the red buff. They're going to steal the red buff too. And now Kanavi comes back and he's going to try and steal these camps away just like he did at the start of this game. But he won't. He'll only steal a single bird and back away before... Just leave. Doesn't want to die. And 369 has the level advantage and is going to just use that. And item advantage because he's backed more recently. He's just going to use that to push forward. And you see all the gold diff. The only positive gold diff for T1 is in support. That's just because Carrier's been on cleanup detail. Intentionally or unintentionally on cleanup detail. Because you got to trade gold back however you can. And are they just going to give over the Herald again? They haven't really needed it. Yeah, they're just going to give it over. They don't really care. They're already pretty ahead elsewhere. And they've sieged most of the objectives they wanted to start sieging. They got just about half a tier 1 in... Oh, and spotted out. They have half a tier 1 in mid. They got most of this tier 1 in top. And they got the entire bot tier 1. So they are pretty chillin' in terms of sieging objectives. Or sieging turrets. And now you see these gold diffs are coming through almost 50. It's currently 44 in the mid lane, or in this bot lane. Now 42. It is 26 in this top lane. 17 in the jungle. I hit my mic. I'm sorry. And now it's just T1 have to try and close this gold deficit. And they're going to get to Soul Point, but JDG aren't going to give this one over like they gave over the Rift Herald. They're on the way. They're coming in. And Faker, off vision, is looking for a shuffle, but Owner already has to back away. 369 has the dominance available if he wants to start running forward. Faker needs to find this angle. Zeus maybe coming in on a surprise flank angle. But there's nothing. Keria has ultimate available, and that's going to be what I think is going to be the starting point. The catalyst for everything. But there goes the wall. Owner's on the wrong side of it. They're not getting it down fast enough. Owner flashes through the shuffle. Both of the bot lane are gone. And now it's a double kill. Are they going to be able to get the Drake? They will steal the Cloud Dragon. And this is the angle they wanted. 369 is just not able to do enough. And a massive fight from Owner and Faker. And T1 go to Soul Point. Missing. Doesn't hit the ultimate. A beautiful flash through from Owner is all he needs to start this fight. And Knight thought he had it. He zones off Owner. And Missing says, okay, this is what we're going to do. Owner flashes it and jumps in. Faker goes forward, knocks Knight and Missing into all of T1. Double kill for Guma, and now it was just pick off, and they get the smite fight too. And you see this crowd are so excited. They explode when T1 gets the job done here. They absolutely are just popping off. They are outmaneuvering JDG so well. I mean, I just can't. They are really sticking it to JDG right now. And now it's just on JDG. They need to figure out. They're going to try and get Owner here. They know. Owner aware of what's going on here. They're going to fight over this. Keria is going to be able to survive. That's going to be red buff over to Owner. It should be for Guma, and this is going to be the tier 1 and top finally falling. They even out the turrets. They maintain a gold lead, but they are so behind in Dragons. They're going to need to fight for 4 consecutive Cloud Drakes, or at least contest every Cloud Drake just to stop T1 from Ruler. Wasn't looking. Ruler. Ruler just paid the shop tax. Ruler makes a massive mistake. This should be a Baron for T1. There's no chance JDG stop them. They have the smite from Kanavi, but it's going to take a miracle. T1 are known masters of the pit. They will secure. And now Kanavi is in the middle of nowhere. Zeus goes on a killing spree. JDG are going to have to run, but there's nowhere to go. 369. Meet your fate. T1 are bodying right now, and it's not even close, but they're going to be able to turn it back. That's 2 massive kills. Shut down onto Zeus. Owner trying to save it. Double kill for Ruler. Faker flashes away, and JDG shut the Baron down as best they can. I thought it was over, but 369 runs away. The rest of the team comes in. Heroes for the Croc. And now T1 only have 2 Barons. This looks so over, but Knight is just shredding. But 369's in the wrong area. Kanavi's already dead. How do you take this fight? But Ruler is here, and 369 is just so damn tanky. With that healing, he's tanky enough to survive, and Knight and Missing wrap around and kill off Carrier. And Knight actually has to walk back, so Faker has time to react to the seismic shove. Faker and Guma on the Baron. Cloud Drake is available. And Kanavi's already starting to run away from Zeus, who's just so strong. Edge of Night with the Duskblade. I don't even know if they can steal this. It's going to be so difficult to get in there. They have so much vision control. Kanavi already just taking so much damage. And now the wall comes in, and it will give T1 an entry point. The arrow's not going to connect. 369 jumping onto Owner, but Owner's too tanky, and there goes the bailout, or the hostile takeover. They're going to secure the dragon for the time being, but it's already Kanavi going down. RT1 going to commit to a fight. Our JDG going to commit to a fight. Zeus is looking for Knight and Ruler. They're on the wrong side of the rift right now. T1 need to find something more than a kill, because JDG are not in a great spot or in a better spot overall, but Missing is caught out, and he's going to be chased down. The smite comes through from Owner. Who's going to get the kill here? The auto from Zeus will secure the kill, and now T1 gets something in return. Missing was just kind of abandoned on the wrong side of the map there. But they get the soul denial, and that's what matters for the time being. The Baron is done. They are still able to fight this. They're still in this game, clearly. I mean, even when they're out of it, JDG, they know how to maneuver. They don't look like they're even close to in this, but they get the wall to back T1 up. But this is such a good hostile takeover. Kanavi just not able to really do anything. But he does the one thing he can do, and that is secure the dragon. They don't get any kills here. Missing just needs to back up. Missing needs to leave here. You see Missing? He needs to leave. But just really did not respect the maneuverability of the Fate's Call. The use that Fate's Call has. Zeus, not even going to try and steal this. Accepts. Notices. He knows full well they are there and just can't do anything. Owner. And now, here comes Faker. Speak of a Nazir shuffle. Missing. No flash available. But he's going to be able to keep maneuvering. But he's finally going to fall to the Conquering Sands. And now Owner on to 369 into the Cloud Soul, though. Is able to run away. Or into the Cloud Rift. But they get Missing. And they finally even out this gold lead. It's been behind for a little bit. But for JDG, it's another moment. Ruler just way too far ahead. Way too over-ambitious. Knight just going to go blinding over the wall and hoping for the best. Not going to land anything, though. And now missing no sums. Kanavi, no flash. Knight used his teleport. So it's going to be very difficult here to get into this game again. Or to find even footing. They still have their CS advantages. But that's really all they have now. T1 are operating on full force now in these team fights. They need to, JDG need to find the fight that gets them back in control. They are just reacting to everything T1 does because they can't really do much of anything at the moment. And so, JDG, they had lane control. Now it's time to get game control and get this river warded up. JDG, it's going to be tough. 369 has teleport, so he can side lane here, get some pressure in the bot. But it's on the rest of their members to get vision, get a deep ward, get a flank ward for 369 to come in out of nowhere and shock T1's fight and throw a wrench in the plans. And they're going to wall this off. They want to try and get this turret. But it's not going to work. All of T1 are standing right here, ready to answer any play JDG have. There is an item advantage for Ruler through farm alone, but that Rage Blade and that Bork is going to be really strong. Stopwatch, also an option, and the arrow's going to land onto Owner, but that's not who you want, unless you can CC chain him, and they will. Ruler goes on a killing spree. The Fate's Call is out of Gumayushi now to save Keria, and now it is an opportunity for JDG to start pushing forward. The main tank is down, but they have so much peel available in Keria and Zeus. Zeus. I don't know. I say it differently every time. And they don't know. But Knight is going to find the top laner, force the flash out. Kanavi going for him. He has the Cyclone down. So there's a Blast Cone, a great Blast Cone. And goes for the flash. Q3. It is going to land. It's 2 members of T1 down. And that should be a Baron angle for JDG. Owner coming back up. And they're going to go for the soul. They're going to go for the soul here. Hope for the best. The arrow is available for missing in just 7 seconds. So maybe there is a chance. But the Baron is more important than the soul, it seems, for them. They catch out a member. They catch out Owner. And that is crucial. It allows them to push forward. They find Zeus running for his life. And they get him down. They get the Baron. They give over the Cloud Soul, though. Which is going to make it very difficult to fight Zeus and Owner. They're going to just ulti and be able to run so hard at you now. And pain will be had for JDG if they can't do anything with it. Because they're just going to be kicking themselves over and over then. And maybe for JDG, they decided it's enough to give up. Guma forces the flash out. An incredible reaction from the T1 ADC. And now Owner forced to crash down over the wall. There's 2 cannons gunning down this turret. And it's going to be a tier 2 down in mid now. The mid lane is opened up. Zeus looking for a flank. Faker looking for a flank. Zeus finds Knight. And now Ruler has been found with the shuffle. And now it is time to open the floodgates for T1. But there's so much damage. Guma will not get his shutdown. But he will. The bailout. He goes golden. The bailout survives. And there it is. The ace. T1 find the win. And it should be over for JDG in game number 3. An incredible read from Faker sends T1 to match point. Predicts the flash from Ruler. Sends him into 4 members of T1. And that is how the game ends. The arrow hits nobody. Missing can't stand against 4-5 firing members of T1. And now 1 win away from their 6th grand finals. T1 are unbelievably good at this. I can't believe it. This roster has so much on their shoulders, and the fact that they are continuing to play through it, to play up to expectations, to take down this absolute powerhouse, the super team of the LPL, is insane. And now they've been rewarded with 2 opportunities to close out this series. But we've seen T1 with this opportunity to close it out before. Just last year, 2-1 lead in the grand finals, and it fell apart in games 4 and 5. They need to ignore that. They have to power through and finish the job before it's too late, or else they will be staring down a very threatening, a very motivated team in game number 5. So will JDG battle back and keep the golden road alive, to keep the best of 5 win streak, the longest we've ever seen, alive? Or will T1 slam the door shut and finish the job on JDG again? And here we are for game number 4. T1 on the verge of their 6th ever grand finals. Meanwhile, JDG need to battle back to keep the dreams of a Grand Slam alive and keep the win streak, now 14 best of 5s in a row. That doesn't sound right. I think so, actually. I think it is. Because it was 13. Yes, I did the math. It was 13 exiting LPL summer, and they just got their 14th. They're 14-1 in their last 15 best of 5s now. 13 of those consecutively. And the only imperfection in that 15 best of 5 stretch, or in that series, the best of 5 series stretch, T1 at Worlds last year. The only imperfection JDG have had in the past year now. And the golden road needs to be defended for JDG. They need to battle back here because they want to assert themselves as the best of all time. This would help Ruler assert himself as the greatest ADC possibly to play the game. And so, going into game 4, it is all on the line for both of these teams. Dynasty versus, Destiny, it feels. It feels like the T1 Dynasty versus JDG's Destiny is on the line here. And now Orianna locked in for Knight has been such a crucial pick throughout this series. And now, again, back onto the blue side for JDG. Blue side has such a high win percentage here at this World Championships. It's won all 3 games this series, I believe. T1 game 1, JDG game 2. Yeah, all 3 wins have come on the blue side. T1 want to break that pattern and put their spots, and secure their spot in the grand final. It's going to be Owner onto the Jarvan, Varus for Gumayushi. Zaya's available, Kai'Sa's available, but they are not looking at the meta the way that everyone else has been looking at the meta. Kanavi, is he going to consider it? Bel'Veth was a massive pickup for Weibo Gaming to secure a shock win over Billy yesterday, and Kanavi will go and get himself a Bel'Veth. Oh my jeez. And it will be Aatrox now. 2-1 in the series, all of them on Zeus. 2-4 in the past 2 days. 369 is looking to add a 3rd win to that. Ugh. And it will be Azir for Faker. Once again, the game-winning play on that Azir. And now, it's just really tough. It's really tough because JDG, they got to figure out what they want to do in this bot lane because these picks are slowly being taken away. The Kai'Sa already gone. Kalista gone. They don't want Ashe Varus. They're going to make him go some other direction with this bot lane pick. Or with this support pick for Keria. And now Xayah's gone. What do you go for? Caitlyn's available. Zeri, Ezreal are available, but I don't know if any of them are on the same level as this Varus right now, though it depends on what they compare with him. Renata is gone. It's going to have to be a Nautilus or an Alistar, it seems, for Keria. And is it going to be Yone for Zeus? He will call his own number, and the fans erupt at the Yone lock-in. We've seen a handful of very specific counter picks come in to the top lane now. The Gwen taken away, and Gwen went terribly into Cassante. We saw Graves yesterday into the Aatrox, and now we're going to see the Yone. Meanwhile, Zeri coming out for Ruler, and maybe it's going to be Lulu, and it should be a very strong bot lane eventually. Lulu doing exactly what Zeri wants, and that's give her attack speed and give her move speed. And Caitlyn, we saw go on to it yesterday, but it will not be. It will be Keria's Bard. Game 1 for T1 had so much presence for their bot. I mean, all over the map. Won them a Herald fight, and then just kind of snowballed that into the ability to go wherever he wanted and win game 1 for T1 and just be a massive part of it. And I mean, you gotta think Keria knows how strong this Bard can be on the international stage after Beryl just saves DRX's season with it last year, and Keria now using it to save T1's season, it seems. And he is just, I mean, he's showing his flexibility here. He's played, I mean, maybe his favorite support in Ashe. He's played a heavy roam Bard. And he's going back to it again. And now it is, I mean, this is it. This is all down to execution now. T1 on the verge of extending an organizational record that probably will never be matched by any organization to come ever. Already with the record of 5 world's grand finals, no team even close to that record at all. Only one of them even had, only a handful have 2, and no team besides them have a third. Actually, no, one team has a third. I lied. Only a few, only like 2 or 3 have 2, and only 1 has 3, and then there's them with 5. Meanwhile, JDG looking to make that number, to keep that number at 5 and make their owns a 1. But now, pushing forward, both just going to get chunks of damage. And no crazy plays this time around. And it's just going to be normal games today, it seems. Or a normal game for now. And a nice stun there from Keria. And both of these supports are just going to be trading hyper aggressive. Just getting these hyper aggressive trades. Keria and Missing, both very aggro support players. So this will be a fun bot lane matchup as both of them get their hands again on ranged champions who just want to beat the snot out of each other. And the control ward spotted out by Knight there, trying to get control of the river and prevent any invades or get vision of any potential invades. But good control word. Zeus is just going to be able to control this lane. Because of the, I mean, this Yone counter pick is such a Zeus pick. Ooh, cannon drop. Brutal. Both of these jungles coming down. We might be seeing a fight reminiscent of the last time we've had a massive bot lane meta in 2020. Or not bot lane meta, but the last time we had a massive bot lane clown fiesta meta in 2020. When the last time teleport worked on everything always. They will spot out owner. Keria gonna try and do a bit extra, just gonna take a bit of damage, but I don't think he cares. Kanavi is gonna secure the crab. Faker taking his back now, or Knight taking his back. Faker already got his. And owner will get this scuttle crab, so 1-1. No insane double crab today. And oh my goodness, the conga line for T1 on this vision in this river now. It's Zeus. Missing. She's getting soloed by Keria. Ooh. Yeah. And Keria now not going to be able to recall. Oh. Zeus missed ulti. No flash out. And now ulti's available for these mid laners. It's going to be a game of chicken. Keria spotted out, but doesn't know owner's here. Kanavi can be in danger if Faker comes in, but they know Faker's coming in now. So they spotted it all out. Now, coming in, Keria. Oh. Just missed the wall, or missed the full length of the wall, so. Whoa, Knight getting jumped on. That's a good chunk of damage there from Owner. And Knight, what is your pathing? And now, going to get Shockwave. The Shuffle's going to secure the kill for Faker. And maybe T1 are just going to get out. And now, they're going to find the Sun. Is Faker in danger here? Doesn't have Flash. And Ruler's going to secure the kill. And what happened there for Knight? JDG get the trade or get the turnaround, and it's a pair of kills now. What happened there? What on earth just happened there for Knight? He passed so poorly. Was he trying to bait something? Like, he has everything available. And a nice EQ there, actually, to secure the slow on to Faker. And Zeus ultiing away. World Ender for, I believe, World Ender. World Ender for Fate sealed there. Teleport for teleport again. And now Zeus is still staring down 369. Not a great idea. And it's going to be a Herald for JDG. And Kanavi is going to be such an issue. Because he has the minions. Little minions coming in. Now Faker's here. No ultimate available, though. The Shifting Sand's blocked, and Faker will fall. Kanavi secures the kill, but the flash from 369 is excessive, and so they get something in return. And now the teleport from Knight, he's going to just stop Guma from free pushing anymore. And now Herald coming through. This should be 2 platings for him and Ruler. And nice. It needs to be careful. If they want to go for this, it would be very scary. And he will. And this should be a good response here from Zeus. If Carrier wanted to throw that in, maybe something happens. Carrier's back going to be canceled twice. Aerie. She wanted to get Aerie, and so Aerie wanted to hit Carrier, so she did. And now JDG 1,000 gold ahead, and this Zeri is such a problem, and it's going to be canceled, actually. Zeus just ruining Ruler's back timings, and that's a big deal. Because that means Zeus, or 369, just doesn't have a place to lane, and 369 is so far behind already. But everyone else, he doesn't really care, because his bot and mid are so ahead, but now they're not there for the Drake. And Zeus can cancel this again if he wants. Nope, not going to be able to. And they're just going to give over the first dragon. Good job from Zeus there to ensure T1 get the early dragon, because there's no chance. Oh my god. God, you gotta be kidding me. And no one's gonna be answering Knight. Knight's gonna get another plating here. Shifting Sands away, this time unblocked. And more money onto JDG. They're already so ahead. Ruler already has a Storm Razor. And Smite, I believe, yep, went over to Kanavi. Okay. And now, JDG, they got to convert this into something, though. Guma will be able to answer back the waves just because Ruler spent so much time in top lane. And now it's just the calm before the storm. And Scuttle secured and a magical journey away. Guma now has the Bork finished. Bork Rush is done. 369 continues to get bullied by range. Comedy. But now T1 looking for a big play up top lane. There's no one here to answer, though. Teleport coming through from 369. There's someone to dive. They have everything available. And they decided against it. Maybe knowing it was Aatrox made it a bit less appetizing for T1 to commit to that play. And now, again, it's the calm. No dragon, no herald for another minute, which is probably when we see our next big fight. Zeus just going for turret. He's going to get a little bit of damage and tank a ton from turret, but he doesn't really care because his only goal is to sit and ignore 369 for the time being so he can get platings. And he will. And now he backs. Should. Oh, he's not going to back. He has to crash this wave in. Should have finished, I believe, Kraken Slayer. Yep, has finished cracked. I was like, he should have it finished. The plating was more than enough. Keria, gonna get the ward. And you see the gold difference. Top lane is huge, but the 1,000 in bot lane is such a big deal. All the teleports are available except for 369. So 369 should not be taking it back here. But now here come T1. This is a fight. Ori already teleporting behind T1. And here comes Faker teleporting on top of T1. Kanavi going to secure it, going to go into the Endless Banquet, but he's not going to be able to pick it up for the time being. He's going to be able to get out of the pit. Here comes Knight. Zeus hits no one. Where's the shockwave? Knight, it hits no one. Ruler is going to go through the lightning crash. But Zeus is just going to fight 369 here, and no one's going to commit anything. A flash from Kanavi, a ghost from Ruler, a ghost from Guma, and it teleports. And one ignite. Nobody commits sums. No one wants to overstep the boundaries. And so JDG get the Herald, and that is literally it. There are like 3 combat sums that actually mattered thrown out there. Carrion not going to get canceled on his magical journey, so we'll be able to escape. Kanavi going to just catch these minions here, and 3 little pieces of garbage, which aren't really threatening when you don't have a lot of them, and you're not sieging. And Drake started by Keria, and he's going to walk away, and now Kanavi. Oh, no! Kanavi goes way too far and pays dearly for it. And he's going to have to go and find somewhere to go. And he's going to just take these. The fact he was able to live with no flash, even an option there, is incredible for JDG and is the narrowest of margins. He did not mean to do that. He was autoing Keria, and he accidentally takes the portal under turret. That was not intentional from either party. Dodging the charge. Flash for flashes. And there's going to be no turret. And there's a double fate sealed, but it's not going to mean anything. Hugify used But there's a shockwave. Kanavi finds the kill with the ground punches, but he's stuck under the turret, so Guma's going to be able to trade it back. 369 stuck in the Cataclysm. A very good ultimate from Owner there, and it's going to be a 2 or a 1-for-1. Massive fight win, massive ultimates for T1. Kanavi, not again. But look at this. It's just the narrowest of margins both times. Shockwave, they push forward just a little too far to get that endless banquet, and no flash for Kanavi means he is stuck. But that's the turret down now. And Zeus in a bit of a pickle, but he's going to be able to get out Owner walking forwards. And that tier 1 goes down now. In the bot lane, tier 1 in the top lane goes down. Now the map beginning to be opened up wide. Kanavi, damn. Brutal. And, I mean, that took forever to kill Kanavi, my goodness. The narrow margins he was living on are crazy. Oh, I stretch. Ruler needs to keep just farming, keep getting this advantage, because he is the main man on JDG. He is going to be the monster that they want him to be, hopefully. He is looking like it. He's starting off very strong. He's building up towards that Zeri moment, and there's 40 seconds till the Baron fight. Already 2 items because of the 2 kills. Guma still going towards the Rage Blade, still working on it. And Knight only going to lose the crown there. Don't think Baron's going to be fought for in 20 seconds, thankfully, for everybody. They're going to get a top tier 1 in exchange for the bot tier 1. Zayu's just waiting in lay, or in lie. One of the, there's a saying for it. I don't know what it is. Waiting to see if they overextend to catch the wave instead of find them at the turret. Kanavi found out. And Kanavi just keeps getting those stacks on attack speed. Ikaria has been found. Is he going to have the Tempered Fate? No, but Ruler goes on a killing spree. And now 3-0 on the Zeri. The Zeri moment is imminent, it feels. And JDG pushing forward. They're going to try and find Guma. But Kanavi gets hit by the Chain of Corruption. And now Zeus finds Kanavi. He's on the wrong side of the wall. Punches it. Punching the ground. But Faker finds the kill. Kanavi again overextended and punished for it. T1 are finding these angles. They have a Baron angle available. They need to find a way to get in there. Kanavi could have costed JDG their chance. They're going to get the Baron and everybody's out. And JDG are found lacking. Kanavi is just punished. That is the worst overextension you could possibly have. Baron is available and your jungle's dead. It is impossible for JDG to make a mistake now. They can't afford it. It is unaffordable for JDG. A mistake means you're staring down a potential ocean soul, and that is just not something you want to have to deal with here. And they started with the Baron just immediately. They got Kanavi down. They rushed over to the Baron. JDG had no vision. So T1 were just able to get it. And now Keria just getting caught out. Owner walking forwards. He's gonna get the dragon! Are you kidding me? Owner is a madman, and he's just got another objective. Kanavi is already so low. Knight dodges the Emperor's Divide, but Zeus can't land it on spawn. He goes golden, but Ruler needs to find the Zeri moment. 369 isn't able to secure the kill. An incredible enshrinement. And Goma finds the kill onto 369. And T1 have found the answers. And this crowd is ravenous. The T1 chants are out in full force. They believe in their gods. And now T1, almost 2,000 gold, have gained 3,600 gold over JDG with this Baron power play, and it is just unbelievable. They keep finding these wins. Kanavi, no smites ever. I mean, T1 are just destroying in this objective game, and they're so close to getting these people down. So close to getting them down, and they just can't. Faker just destroys Knight, and now it might be Ruler paying the price here. The Soul Unbound won't secure the kill. The Chain of Corruption will find Kanavi, though, and Kanavi will go down here. Faker goes on a rampage. And now they are looking to push forward. They are looking to finish the job. Missing will get hit by the ultimate. He will barely survive. And Carria has mastered the Bard. He is a monster with this champion. His tunnels are perfect. His stuns are immaculate, and his heals are unbelievable. And T1 are rolling right now. They are firing on all cylinders. They have gotten the advantage against JDG, and they refuse to let go. Ruler caught out of position. Doesn't even flash. I mean, Fearless doesn't have flash. But just, they keep finding these angles. Kanavi is regressing at the moment. Just so badly. Just the regression. And now, I mean, he was looking so good. JDG, again, haven't lost at Worlds yet. They've lost individual they've lost one individual game, two individual games actually. But otherwise, they have been perfect. Which is a redundant phrase, I know, shush. Again, finds these ultimates. He times it perfectly. The shuffle. Faker goes unstoppable. Knight caught out, and T1 are looking to finish the job. It's so much damage. I mean, Ruler does so much, but there's just nothing this team can do to find a way to fight T1. They're so strong. And no shuffle available for Faker, so there was not really going to be much of a threat there from the Azir besides damage. And now it's just falling apart. JDG. I mean, it's all falling. I mean, what is the angle? Everything that JDG do, T1 have the answers. They've answered every single play that JDG have wanted to make. They have all the objectives. They got the Baron under JDG's nose, and now both are spawning at the same time, and JDG have to make a decision. They don't spot out 369 here. And now 369 spotted. And now, I mean, Kanavi, now is the time to step up. You've missed so many smites this series. You've got to hit one. And that's going to probably be the one to save your season if it lands. It's going to have to be. You don't have much choice. Zeus starts the dragon. And he's spotted out. So they know where he's going here. But Kanavi needs to watch his angles. Because if he gets caught out, it could be the end of JDG. He goes forward, forces the flash out of Faker. That's a start, but Kanavi is going so low, and he's gone! Dominating for Faker! And now, Knight stuck in the Cataclysm. Carrier goes low, but Ruler might be popping off, but Guma is popping harder! It's 1 for Guma! 2 for Guma! Zeus is chasing! And it's Knight and Missing trying to stop a Typhoon! And now, it is just finished. It feels like it's over. T1 are going for the Baron. They have the soul already. And Faker, is it time to call it? I don't believe it is just yet, but it's looking inevitable. 7,000 gold ahead. Kanavi, another massive slip up. Gets the flash and then overcommits. And then just everything goes. Ruler is looking like he's gonna pop, but Guma is 3 items. He is a beast. And now it is happening. And Guma is finally here. And now it is, oh boy. And now Zeus just so far ahead of 369. 369's level 14. Zeus level 17 as they're starting to push down the next. They're starting to push down the inhibitor turrets and the inhibitors. 369 forced into World Ender. There's nothing he can do about it. The first inhib will fall. They're trying to just find any angle they can. Owner, level 16, Kanavi, level 13. There is just nothing. It is all over, it feels. JDG, their dreams have turned to sand. And all of their hopes have fallen before them as T1 are just putting the bow on the gift of defeat once again to JDG. They got them so close. Once again, they're on the ropes and they're looking for an angle. JDG, it is time for your final stand. It is here that you must fight or fall and be forgotten in the history books as third best. Once again. And there's the first Nexus turret. The second Nexus turret falls. T1, eyes on the Nexus. They find the kill on the Missing. There goes Ruler. And T1 say you can have destiny. I have a dynasty. And they will make their 6th grand finals and ruin the golden road for JDG. And JDG were put together to be the super team, to be the team that would do what no one had done before, to win every tournament in a year. But they falter. They find the one flaw in the armor, and that is T1. They beat them in the at MSI. They sent them to lower bracket and forced them to fight Billy Gaming for a chance at a rematch. But now there are no rematches, JDG. T1 came back with a vengeance, and they do not miss. The 3-1 is all T1 needed. It is all over. The dreams have fallen. Faker stands tall once again. And for the 6th time in his career, he will be a grand finalist at Worlds. He will be 3 wins away from a world championship. It hasn't happened in 7 years now. It has been 6 years. Or 7 years since Faker and SKT at the time won a world championship and were crowned the undisputed best team in the world at Worlds once again. And both MSI finalists make it to semis, but will falter at the hands of, the best of all time. And they falter at the hands of the Miracle Run, the super team that should have been and finally is in Weibo Gaming. And now it is the unexpected finals of Weibo Gaming and T1. Weibo Gaming looking to redeem themselves after 2020. They dismantled the entire roster. They ran through their former top laner who made it to Worlds, who made the finals with them. And now T1 stand before them. Weibo Gaming were the ultimate underdogs entering the knockout stage. And what better way to finish the underdog story than defeating the greatest of all time? So we have one hell of a matchup ahead of us. The Shy versus Zeus. Xiaohu versus Faker. It is over. The Korean crowd is thrilled to see T1 absolutely dismantle JDG. T1, a team that had come so close to the Grand Slam before, but just like them, T1 take the sledgehammer. They take the jackhammer to JDG's golden road, their golden dreams, and absolutely finish them. T1 JDG or T1 Weibo Gaming will meet Saturday in the last series of the year. The winner. Will it be the Shock team? Will the Shy and Chris become the first LPL players to win 2 world championships? Or will Faker finally return to the top of his kingdom as a 4-time world champion for himself in T1? And will this roster of T1 finally have their crowning moment? As always, I am Box Kimchi. This is the Kimchi Cast. Have an incredible night.